Yo, what is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now, NFL logos. They are good, some of them, and they are bad, some of them. And a lot of them are pretty dang mid. And about 5 months ago, I made a NFL logos tier list. Now, obviously my opinions probably haven't changed that much, but I just want to make another one here, because this is going to be the first of, honestly, I don't know, probably 2 videos I'm redoing. Redesigning some terrible logos, and I just wanted to get a basis, and also get a video because I'm about to leave for spring break for a week and a half. So, yeah, we'll be able to make a video for the next week or so. So, just wanted to get this one out here, and to have a precursor to next video, where I'm going to be redesigning my top 3 worst logos. So why not we just get started? Now, starting with the Arizona Cardinals. It's a Cardinal. I don't think it's really that creative at all. I mean, they don't have much better in their history, but yeah, pretty dang mid. But I mean, it's better than their history, so whatever. And the Atlanta Falcons, I appreciate it a lot, you know, the F. Is that an F? Well, barely. You know, you could consider it one, but honestly, I don't know. I do like it. It looks pretty dang slick. Definitely better than the Cardinals, so I'm putting it A tier, but I don't know. Improvements probably could be made, but I think it's a pretty good logo. Now, the Baltimore Ravens logo. Oh, absolute beauty. Chef's kiss right there. Oh, man. Absolute beautiful logo. Obviously, I know people like their old logo better, which I understand, but this one, oh. So good. Now the Buffalo Bills, I would probably consider them in a tier with the Falcons in terms of logo, as it's kind of simple, you know, just 2 colors, I guess, not counting white, and you know, just not a lot going on. It just gets the job done, and that's what you want in an NFL logo, and they do that very well. And the Carolina Panthers, this is another pretty good logo, I would say. I do like the fact that it is shaped like Carolina, or North Carolina, the state. So that's nice and fun, but it's not like the Jaguars. You know, the Jaguars I do think did a better job with their logo, but we'll get to that in a second. So for now, Panthers A-tier logo. And so we got the Chicago Bears, and considering that their old logo is about here, I would say, I think this is probably, oh, I want to do S, but I just think that there's something missing, just something, as it is absolutely beautiful. I mean, we don't have very many good standards to go off of, considering the Bears franchise, but yeah, pretty good logo. And honestly, I'm going to put it at the front of A tier. Next up, we got the Cincinnati Bengals. Yeah, it's trash. It's terrible. Just to be... You have a whole tiger, you have a Bengal as your logo, and you're not gonna put that. You put B with a few stripes. Never understand NFL franchises. Except we got the Cleveland Browns. Also, not a good logo, but considering what are you going to do if you had to make a Browns logo, pretty good. But honestly, for an NFL logo, it's like Washington football team vibes, which I honestly was all for. That was awesome. They should go back to that, but, yeah, Browns, mid, honestly, probably should be C, but for what they had to work with, honestly, pretty good. Now, the Dallas Cowboys, not quite a letter logo, but I'm sure they would not be opposed to do that, as Jerry Jones constantly makes questionable choices, but still a terrible logo. It's like, how many stars? 1, 2, 3, 4 stars. Just because you had more stars doesn't make it look cooler. Like, just all around terrible, boring, bland logo. And you didn't even have like a cowboy or anything. Terrible job. And I don't care that they're America's team or there's such a classic logo. As it's not. Like, just because they were good in their past doesn't mean that their logo is good. Okay? Yeah, but not a good logo coming out of Dallas. Now, the Denver Broncos. I really like it, honestly. I think it's definitely an A-tier logo. So we got a bit of a theme going on with these tiers. But Broncos, definitely a really good logo. The job done very nicely. Now the Detroit Lions. absolute beauty of a logo. Honestly, it's so cool that they've been going with this thing ever since they were 0-16. Now they're making NFC Championship games. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. Oh man, colors work so well together, and absolute S tier logo. Now the Packers logo. It's a letter logo, but that's tough, dude. It's like between here, honestly. You know what? It's another one of the Browns situations where what are you gonna do with a Packers logo? So honestly, I think that might have to bring the Browns down a tier because it's definitely better than these two. But I don't know. I think with what they had to work with wasn't terrible, but you know what? Just yeah, I'll bring the Browns back up as Packers. Not great. Yeah, people steal it because it's classic. Doesn't mean it's good. Doesn't mean it looks good at all. Just a football-looking G, which, for the context of the sport, pretty good. And honestly, I do like it, but it's not great. Let's just be honest with ourselves, okay? Now, the Houston Texans, pretty mid-tier, you know, gets the job done. Holy crap, I cannot speak. Gets the job done pretty sweetly, I would say. As, I don't know, pretty mid-tier logo. Not great, not too special, but it looks good. Now, the Indianapolis Colts, I like it, but it's... I don't know, dude. It's not like... man, that's tough. I feel like the amount of improvements that they could do is outweighing anything else in this situation, but... I just don't think it's as good as the Texans, Browns, or Cardinals. I'll put it definitely ahead of the scrubs of the Cowboys and Packers, but it's not great, you know. It tells you a story, but not great, in my opinion, by Indianapolis. Now, the Jacksonville Jaguars, as I previously said, they basically just had the same thing as the Panthers, as, if you didn't know, Panther, not an actual cat or an animal. It's just a black big cat, which I know nobody cares about, but I do. Kind of funny that Jaguars and Panthers have the same logo. But anyway, Jaguars, awesome logo. Honestly, it is kind of distracting with all those dots all around, but when it's up close and personal, oof, it is a top tier logo with the colors. Oh my god, I love it so much. Now the Chiefs, they're at least creative with their logo, and honestly, given what the Packers had to deal with, it's honestly, they're ahead of the Cowboys, but Chiefs, it's so hard to draw, so like, you go down here, man. It's not great. I mean, KC, like, I do like it. I do like the Arrowhead, but there's a lot more potential with this one, in my opinion, as it's not bad. It's a good looking logo, but once again, letter logo. I mean, again, Baltimore Ravens, they did it incredibly well, and honestly, because it wasn't like a full-on letter logo, I will be putting it in B tier, but just know it was cradling on that side of B to C. Not great, but not terrible. Now the Chargers logo, I really, really, really like it. You know, normally you would think, what the heck am I gonna do for a Charger? Like, this ain't Apple, dude. What am I supposed to do? And they do it so well. It's lighting up. Oh my god, it's awesome. Now, I do feel as though it's gotten a bit stretched out over the years, in my opinion. Just a tad stretched out. But still looks great on a helmet, still looks great really anywhere. And just perfectly resembles what the Chargers are and what they stand for. Now, the Los Angeles Rams. No clue why people hate this. Actually, no, I do have a clue because they took away the Ram, which, you know what, fair enough, that does suck. But if you just look at it as a pure just logo, if you just had to look at it, not too shabby, in my opinion. You know, I think it's probably top of B tier. Almost A, but I am going to say B. It's not terrible. It looks really good, and if you took away their history and them having top tier logos consistently, it's really not bad. You know, I literally just saw a list before this video of like the 30 of the last like worst logos, and they had the Rams at the worst logo. Like, come on, guys, we are getting way too biased with things that don't matter about the specific look of the logo. But yeah, honestly, I really like it, but not as good as some of those A and S tier logos. The Raiders, again, not terrible. It's not great, in my opinion. It's just just meh. Like, it's a Raider. It's on a shield. You can see that it's the Raiders. Now, the Miami Dolphins logo is absolutely beautiful. I mean, come on, dude. This is like Miami. It's a big dolphin jump over the sun. It's so good. Definitely better than all of the other logos that they have had. And oh, colors so good. As you'll see, all of the colors up here absolutely beautiful and work together really well. Yeah. Ooh, Dolphins, incredible logo. Next up, the Minnesota Vikings. Honestly, I really like it. I think it's probably top of A tier, and just a really good logo, you know? It's a Viking. And it also just so happens that my school stole this logo and changed its colors, which is just kind of weird for me that I have, yeah, but whatever. I don't get why schools do that. Just be creative, but honestly, who cares? Probably poor anyway. But yeah, great logo, and yeah, it's kind of like the Bears. It's like detailed, but gets the point and is beautiful. Now the New England Patriots, not great. It's just the Texans, but a Patriot. You know, same color scheme, just a single star, and not much going on, but it's a Patriot. Now the Saints, honestly, pretty dang good for what they had to work with. They're a Saint. I don't know how you're gonna associate that with football, but you made the fleur-de-lis, something like that, which is the symbol of New Orleans, which beautiful. I love that. That's awesome. But just looking at oh my god, I am struggling today, dude. I'm just ready to get into spring break. But you know, comparing it to other logos, it's bland, but beautiful for what they had and what they did with it. Honestly, amazing, and shouldn't change anything. And our next D tier logo, the Giants. Honestly, not much else they could do, but still, it's so terrible, and it confused me every single time. Like, they're white and red technically, but they're actually blue, and it is like so confusing and just terrible anyway. It's just terrible, just absolutely garbage. Now another Bengals situation. You have a cool thing as your mascot, and you write words, and it's a letter, and like, honestly, I'm kind of surprised that a team hasn't figured out how to actually use the football in a logo. Good. Packers, honestly, are the closest, because they're the only other team that has, but obviously it's just still bland. Like, it's kind of hard, too. I'm gonna be honest, like, with basketball, it's just a circle. Put anything in it, it's easy. Circle or football, kind of hard. But Jets, yeah, dude, with what you could do, it's like, the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm an Eagles fan. That don't matter, because I think that any fan would consider this a beautiful logo. Looking to the left, it's unique. I don't know if someone would maybe say that that's kind of weird and takes out points. I sure as hell don't. It's unique, it's epic, and I love it. Absolutely beautiful, and I'm very proud that that is my team's logo. Now the Steelers, well, another classic logo, but honestly, I like it. It's a lot more creative than the Packers and the Cowboys, or the Colts, you know, and it does write Steelers in the logo, which is definitely degrading points, but having all those sparks with different colors, pretty nice. Love the touch. Now the Seattle Seahawks. In my last video, I am sure I roasted this logo as it does look weird with all the wrinkles. But since then, I have grown, and I can now appreciate the full meaning of this logo. It does still have the ugly-ass green in the eye. Just get rid of the green. It's so terrible. By far the worst green. Anyway, this Seahawk, which is not an animal, it's an actual like hawk or something, I think, is a totem pole, which is sick. I love that concept. And for a Seahawk in Seattle, that's awesome. I love it. Not incredible because I still get uncomfortable with the wrinkles and all that, and the green is still absolutely disgusting, but pretty dang good, and I'm sure it's a lot better than what I had last video. The San Francisco 49ers, it's a fine logo. Honestly, like, it's what I gave the Packers. It's better. You know, the texture of the letters and all that, it's better, but definitely low B. Like, if this would be grading, it would be B- easily. It's like, letter logo, but it's like the city, and you know, whenever you do the city instead of just a G or a B, it's nice, but Still not great, but honestly, pretty good for 49ers, so not too shabby. Now, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, yeah, I think that fits pretty good. There are a lot of other things that they could do, but I think it's very unique, and they did a great job with it. Looks very good. Tennessee Titans, honestly, doesn't look too bad. It's, like, kind of weird. I feel like it's top of B, like, right next to the Rams. Like, it's cool, but it just doesn't get the job done as much as the A tier logos do. I get, like, Titan, what else are you gonna do? It's fine, honestly, kind of creative, but, meh. Now the Commanders logo! Hot garbage, it looks like origami, which, yeah, I mean, I pray to God that Magic Johnson and whoever the other billionaire owner is can get this team on tracks with a new logo. They're doing it a lot in free agency. Hopefully they can do something with their logo, because right now... But there it is. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, as I just wanted to do this just as precursors so that I can know what I want to improve in these logos. Let me know if there's a specific logo that you guys want me to redraw, recreate, whatever. Let me know which ones are your favorites, least favorites, and how wrong I am, because I'm clearly always wrong. So yeah, I'm an Eagles fan. Obviously, I'm wrong. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. See you. Thank you so much for 550 subscribers. It's been awesome. But yeah, see you in like a freaking week and a half.